How much of your business have you lost to China?
On large scale orders, we lost 100% of our business.
100%?
100%.
So all of it?
Yes.
Gary Hartman has spent most of his life working at Cheetah Chassis and says he's watched the company go from one of the world's biggest manufacturers of chassis for shipping containers to barely breaking even.
There are not a lot of heavy steel manufacturers left in this country, and we've been able to survive. It's difficult, but we're still here.
So Hartman took tens of thousands of dollars from his own company for one trip to Washington, D.C.
We talked to the people that actually work in our factory, and we said, should we go after this, or should we just, let it go and not get on the tariff listings?
That trip to Washington had the full support of his employees. The tens of thousands of dollars was for a lawyer who helped him testify in front of the U.S. Trade Office about President Trump's proposed 25% tariff on nearly 1,300 goods from China. While most companies were trying to get their products off the tariff list, Hartman was trying to get chassis on it.
On a list of products to be subject to additional duties.
It's a last-ditch effort for the company. In the last 2 decades, Cheetah has laid off 65% of its employees. The company also only buys U.S. steel, and prices are up about 40% this year in anticipation of the tariffs put on Chinese steel and aluminum. But its biggest threat has been a Chinese chassis maker, CIMC, which has engulfed more than 80% of the North American chassis market.
Well, we're not in the same playing field because we're a U.S. company, privately held, and the United States just doesn't subsidize manufacturers like China does.
You know that there's always going to be competition, domestic or abroad.
Right. Yeah, we can compete on a level playing field. We've done it with a manufacturer in Mexico, but it's not a level playing field, so you really can't compete.
I'm sorry they feel that way.
Frank Sonzala is the president of the Chinese competitor CIMC and argues that even with a 25% tariff, Cheetah couldn't make enough product to support U.S. demand.
And if we are hurt by the so-called tariffs, we'll find a way to continue to manufacture chassis, and we'll still get the market share because we are the innovators in this industry.
Is getting on this tariff make or break for this company?
It's going to be a lot harder to stay in business if we don't.
Hartman hasn't forgotten that he and many of his employees here in Pennsylvania helped elect President Trump for the promise he made them to keep the doors open at businesses like Cheetah.
He sold us on, I'm going to help you with that trade issue. And people remember it. People in this factory remember it. If we can't do something, whether it's this tariff or if it's something else, to help us have a fair playing field and level field with China, I'm not sure people are going to buy into it in 4 years.